Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in this video I thought it would be really interesting to try to draw Inuyasha's daughter in the new sequel that's coming up. I don't know when it is officially going to come out, I forget, but I've seen it all over my Instagram, my Facebook, Twitter. I'm sure you guys have seen it as well. It is pretty much trending if I'm not mistaken, so I am pretty excited for it, to see my old anime come back to life, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be based off just their children, their daughters, so it's going to be pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure she is a princess, so yeah, the one we're drawing today is her, right here. I don't want to try to pronounce the name because usually I get that wrong, so yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video. And of course, before we actually do start the video, I wanted to mention that I still do have my Patreon. You guys get many different accesses, many different tiers to select from. So the first one is just $2 a month. You get $5 a month, 10, 20, or 50. And the more that you guys give to me, the more you guys would receive as a benefit. So this one you get just early access to all of my artwork and comics. This one you get that as well, but as on top of that you get the NSFW, not safe for work. And this one you get a headshot commission when you first sign up, as well as both of these as well. And then this one you get all of that, including a YouTube shout out. And the final one you get all of that, including being like a side character in my webtoon and my mangas. So anything and everything is highly appreciated, even if you just consider it and if you just look at it. Every donation goes to my art supplies or my YouTube. I could get like a better quality camera. I'm also trying to make this my full-time job, so again, anything and everything is highly appreciated. Everything is always linked down in the description or pinned at the comments. And you guys can also follow me on Instagram. That will also be linked down there as well. I'm constantly posting and I would love any support. I also do have my regular commissions open there as well. Okay, so now that we got the intro out of the way, let's start with the drawing process. So I'm going to start with a slightly curved line like this. I usually like to start on the side of the face. So we're going to come down at this kind of angle right here. I've noticed her art style is kind of, I don't know, it's unique. I've picked up on how she usually puts in her face and whatnot. I'm not going to make it look exactly like it though, probably. I'm probably going to mix it in with my art style. But yeah, you're going to make a shape like this. And I don't know if I'll probably change it as I go, but for right now, that's what we should have. And the next thing I'm going to do next is put in her eye, or eyes. So instead of just doing one at a time, I'm actually going to recommend doing both at the same time. That way it's a little bit easier. So you're going to make a shape like that. It's going to curve at the top. And then you will kind of bend at the edge, but just barely. Also, as you get towards the edge, the edge, it's going to get darker. And then you're going to put like a little line right here, indicating an eyelash if I'm not mistaken, and her eyelid. So now I'm going to do the same thing over here, except because she is turning this way, I'm going to make it more like that because you can't see all of it. Okay, so now that we've got that into place for the most part, we're going to actually start with the eye detail. Okay, so I did slightly change the face shape right here. Nothing too major, but you guys can make modifications as you go along as well. But now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put in her iris. So it's going to come about down here, and then of course the bottom eyelid is not nearly as long or as thick. And I'm pretty sure there is a tiny eyelash right there as well. However, that's of course optional. And the same thing over here, so I'm going to make it more on this side and try to do the same thing I did over there. Something along the lines of this. So now the eye detail is not too complicated, it's actually fairly simple. Just going to make a half circle, basically the highlight of the eye, and the pupil is just a little line like that. And the same thing over here. Okay, so now I'm going to put in her eyebrows, and they kind of do resemble her dad's, so that's interesting. Although I don't think they're nearly as thick, but basically you're going to come down like that, and then you're going to like bring it out like that. Only at the very end it's going to come out a little bit more, so towards the center it's going to get more thin, and then of course you can go in and shade it, kind of like that. And then the same thing over here. So something like that. And again, you're just gonna go in and shade it. Okay, so right now it looks like we're kind of drawing like the female version of Inuyasha, but she does look a little different though. I think she takes after her dad and her mom, so Kagome. I'm not really sure if her hair is orange, because the photo that I'm looking off of, it looks kind of orange. Kind of like, it looks like Shippo. Also, like with the bow. It gives me like Shippo vibes, but yeah, her face looks more like Inuyasha, but I'm not sure like if her eyes are brown or something, kind of like Kagome, or if she just takes after her mother's personality. I'm not really sure. But yeah, enough rambling about that. Let me actually fix the nose a little bit. Okay, sorry about that. Let me just retry that. So the nose is pretty simple. It just kind of like bends up like this. However, it's more like on this side of the face. That's why I wanted to change it. So hopefully yours turns out a little better, because it's more small than that, but for right now that's not a huge problem of mine or concern. I'm gonna go in with the mouth next. So her mouth is open, and I would start with a line like that. However, towards the end you do want to kind of curve it up. And you're gonna come over here and just make it shape like that. And you can't see too much of her mouth detail. I think it's just like her tongue right here. And then you can like shade it, do whatever you want. Okay, but now I'm gonna start with her hair next. So her hair does also resemble Inuyasha just a little bit. However, her bangs are more thin. So I'm gonna start in the center of her forehead, and it's gonna go this way. And on each side there's gonna be like two little small ones indicating that, or like, you know, mimicking it, I guess. And from there, you're just gonna go along with the forehead. Over here though, you are gonna make that shape, again, kind of similar to Inuyasha. And yeah. So for the forehead, that's what we should have. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Okay, so I added these two little hair pieces on the side. I didn't do anything else though, so you should have this so far. And I'm just basically gonna try to go along with what the hair is doing, if that makes any sort of sense. So I'm gonna kind of start right here and make two little pieces. And that's where I kind of messed that up a little bit. Yeah, I've always struggled with this part of Inuyasha's hair, so wouldn't surprise me if I make this like terrible looking. But I'm trying to go along with this. So again, hopefully yours looks better. Mine kind of looks like a, yeah. It looks terrible, so let me see if I can try to fix this up a little bit. Okay, well, I definitely don't think I did too well on this. It's a little taller than it should, so of course do your best. I would, maybe look up a photo of Inuyasha, because hers is more thin, like I said, like her bangs, and it's more easy to do Inuyasha's for some reason for me, but I've always struggled with it anyway. So yeah, I do apologize that this part was not the best explanation, but hopefully you get it down for the most part. I'm just gonna hopefully, continue and maybe fix it later. But from right here at this edge, you're gonna come out with like a little hair piece that again resembles Inuyasha's, but it's like more tiny. It's kind of cute. And it's actually more thin than that too, so I will erase that in a minute. But I'm gonna do the same thing over here. They just kind of like bend out like that. So yeah, and then of course her human ear is a little bit behind here, and you don't have to worry about too much of the detail there. Okay, but now we're gonna come behind her hair, so it's gonna be a line like that, and you're gonna come out like this, basically just like a circle shape. And make sure you get it right, of course. I kind of messed up again, but I'm pretty sure she's wearing like a ponytail. Make a few lines indicating it's being pulled back, and you're gonna draw two big it looks like ears or like a bow. I know it's like a bow, but I think she made them to look like ears or something. So yeah, something like that. And you're gonna draw like a little bump right here behind this one, and that's where it comes out with the ponytail. So just like 2 or 3 little hair markings. nothing too special. And now we're gonna come down here with her neck. So it's gonna be a little bit behind here and a little bit away from her chin. And that's where her kimono will come in. Basically, you want to overlap that one and then draw a bigger one right here with yet another bigger one right here. I'm not really sure what this is, but that's where it stops actually though, so I'm gonna erase that a little bit. So yeah, that's pretty much about it for the clothes. I'm not really sure what it goes down into. I haven't seen a full body yet. If you guys have, then you probably know what it would be. But yeah, I'm just gonna fix this up a little bit, make some slight changes, and then I'll shade it, and that will be about it for this tutorial. Okay, well, there you guys have it. I try to shade it. It doesn't look the best, but I mean, hopefully it looks decent enough. I did add like a little dark shading on some of like the hair to make it pop out. But apart from that, I didn't really do anything else. I didn't change anything, so I hope this tutorial was somewhat useful. I do apologize ahead of time though, because this was my first attempt at drawing her as well. So I really winged it, and sometimes I really, you know, need to like explain things better. So hopefully you guys got most of it down. If you want me to do like a part 2 of coloring it, I would love to do that. I can just like erase this and color it. So yeah, thank you guys again for watching. I will be back with another video here very soon. I'm thinking about making a video on her and him, like I said. So if you guys really want to see that, let me know. And if you want to see anything else in particular, of course, comment down below. And everything is linked down in the description. Please take a little look there, as well as it's going to be, pinned at the comments as well. So yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you guys again for watching.